New legislation passed in Parliament will give police unprecedented powers to tackle criminals on the dark web, including pedophiles and traffickers. But critics warn it turns Australia into a surveillance state and intrudes on the privacy of everyday citizens. Our senior reporter Caroline Marcus has the details.
They're the new laws the Morrison government claims will help authorities defeat the most depraved criminals operating in the darkest underbelly of cyberspace.
Those of that opinion say aye. All those against? The ayes have it.
Passed by the Senate yesterday, the Identity and Disrupt Bill gives federal police agencies the power to spy on suspects and even take over their online personas.
This is a pretty extraordinary power that these police are going to now be able to have to really crack down on some pretty serious offences, whether it's child sex exploitation, whether it's drugs, whether it's weapons.
The bill was passed with bipartisan support.
It is vital we continue to work constructively in the interest of national security.
But the new powers prompted concern from the minor parties.
The two major parties are in complete lockstep with each other, and they are leading us down the road to a surveillance state.
The federal police will now have 3 new types of warrants at its disposal. Data disruption warrants, allowing them to change the data belonging to those suspected of criminal activity and disrupt offences such as the distribution of child abuse material. Network activity warrants, enabling them to collect evidence on the dark web and anonymising technologies. And account takeover powers, allowing police to take control of a person's online account. Previously, law enforcement needed someone's consent in order to take over their online account. But now, Australian Federal Police will be able to do so without that person necessarily realising.
Every expansion of state surveillance capacity has a democratic cost. And these laws intrude on the privacy of everyday Australians.
The Human Rights Law Centre says the government ignored crucial recommendations for safeguards and oversight by its own parliamentary committee, potentially putting the work of journalists and whistleblowers at risk.
It's not far-fetched to imagine those laws being used to monitor the activity of journalists.
The government says the arrest of more than 290 people earlier this year confirmed the ever-growing threat of organised crime and the reliance of such networks on the dark web. Caroline Marcus, Sky News.